Hello and welcome back to Corey's World with Corey. I have not made a video for a long time, and I thought I'd make one while the sun was kind of sort of out, but it's not really because it's been -5 recently. But today it's like 12 degrees, but you did not tune in to listen to the weather. Anyway, it's just a quick update. I don't know why. I thought I would make one because I quite enjoy making videos, but it just never seems to be the time because the window with the light and everything is so small that you do a couple of phone calls, you do work, and then the light's gone, and I do not have, good nighttime camera stuff. Anyway, so the quick update is I'm out in the 911. It works, but it failed the MOT. And every year that I take it, I'm always like, oh, please pass, please pass, please pass. And it didn't. So what happened was it failed on the tires, the rear tires. Now, I forgot that they were an advisory on last year's MOT, and I just completely forgot about it, which means I went through all of last winter and all of last year, this coming year, with the tires as they were, but I've barely driven it in the winter, and I'd forgotten that the MOT had run out, and I meant to go somewhere, and I thought, no, do you know what, I think the MOT's run out, so I'm not going to take the 911, even though I hadn't used it in weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I thought, I know, I'll take our family wagon, the Audi A3, the 2009 Audi A3 with 182,000 miles on it. And guess what? The MOT had run out on that as well, both within 2 days of each other. So I booked that one in, I got new tyres, tracking done, and I had to change some bulbs, which was an absolute nightmare. And the bulbs, you need the hands of an elf, a double-jointed elf with Superman strength. So I shredded my fingers trying to get that done. Anyway, I wasn't able to do one of the bulbs, but I've done the other one. It went through the MOT without any advisories, brilliant. Then it came to take this one in, and it was -5. And I had to pour some water, not hot water, slightly warm water, and then wait, and push and pull a little bit because the door wouldn't open. And when I got in, I had to scrape the inside of the screen, so it looked like it'd been snowing inside. Then I started the car because it was 7:30 in the morning, and I had to be there by 8 a.m. because that's when I'd booked it in. And I've just done an eggy burp because I've just had eggs. And anyway, so I had to let it went fired up, and I let it wait for about 20 minutes running, which I shouldn't have left it running, but there was nothing I could do. It was ice everywhere. So as soon as it defrosted, took it down there, and it failed. And it failed on those tires. There is an advisory, which I'll tell you about in a sec, but I instantly knew those tires were going to be hard to get hold of. They were going to be expensive, and no one had them locally. Black Circles didn't have them. I couldn't get them ordered from anywhere. And then everywhere I'd check, the size was different to what was on the car. And everyone always used to say to me, does your car sit a bit lower? Is it lowered? And it isn't lowered. And then the tires on the front were a little bit proud of the alloy because, they're low profile, but they're quite wide. And they are the correct size when I look it up. But when I looked up the real ones, there were two 6.5s on the car, but everywhere said they should be two 8.5 30s, 18-inch. So I thought, you know what, they do look a bit, they look a bit stretched over that alloy. So I just went with the 2.85s, and they look a lot better, they feel a lot better. And I went and got them in Reading from Burfield Tyres, big shout out, I'm not being sponsored by them, and I got them for £228 each, fitted, which I thought was a pretty good deal relative to what I could get from anywhere else. So the local garage was saying 272 or something like that. So that was the best I could do, and took it back. It's past the MOT, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to drive it more and more and more and more and more. But I haven't driven it at all. Although the conditions are a bit balmy today, the car was steamed up, it fired up reluctantly, and I haven't actually done a video since I've had new brakes fitted as well. I've done, because the brake pads had gone on this car, so I've now done the pads and the discs, and it's had an oil change. So a lot's happened since the last video. And now I feel like it's kind of in a good place, apart from the advisories on the MOT, which are the steel brake pads off the front calipers. And the advisory, I think the guy might have mentioned it to me before. He said, look, there's a lot of grease on there, but it's a little bit of rust. It's not anywhere near that it's dangerous or it's gone all the way through, but he said it's the same because it's got tons of grease on it. So it's not getting worse, but he's put it down as an advisory, quite rightly. And I completely forgot about it. So when I went and had the brake pads done and the discs, I did not say to Jack, I can't see anything, but I'm going to go. Oh, the car's not warmed up, but I'm giving it the beans. 6,000 RPM. 6 again. Oh man, why do I not drive this car more often? But I forgot to tell Jack that's what I wanted to do, and I've already got that's the universal signal sign for stainless steel bleed nipples, even though it'll be steel into aluminium again. So because the old ones are rounded, which is not good. So I did not get that done, but I'll get that done for the next MOT. I'm sure I won't remember. But anyway, that was the update. Also, I'm working, so life is different, feels different, and it just seems like I've got no time for anything, and I had no time for anything before. But what I am going to do is start working on the garage project. Garage. I never know which one to say. But anyway, and the podcast. I'm enjoying doing the podcast, but again, Mark and I, we struggle to make time because we're on opposite sides of the planet. But we've had some good guests. We had Max on from Nineworks. So he's recently done an article in Total 911. So he is now a published journalist. And we've had Mickey Hernandez on. We've had, we're going to get Bart on again. And we've had Lara on, we've had Bernard on again. So, it's going really well, but we're just not doing it consistently. We're not taking it to the next level. And I think that's the thing that we need to do next. But at the moment, I just need to drive this car more often. I mean, I love it. And it was my birthday, go shorty. It was my birthday last week. And, my wife bought me a vintage speed roof rack she'll keep it, that one, for my 912. And when she got it, I had no idea that's what she'd gotten for me. And she said, oh, I've got you this thing, and I'm not sure it's the right one. And when I opened it, and when you let out a scream of joy, because I showed her the link that I've had open in my Safari on my phone for about 18 months to 2 years of the vintage speed roof rack, and it's the perfect one. And I thought, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go and get the Christmas tree, and I'll put it on the car. It's going to be amazing. Keanu Reeves is going to break the internet. No, everybody's doing it, so it's fine. But I can't do it because the 912 is broken because of the damper on the steering. So yeah. So I was really gutted about that. I really wanted to just put it together, get it on the car. And also it went icy, and I think within a day of me getting that and trying to plan getting the car, fix the damper, or get it to Jack to fix the damper, the roads got salted, and I'm not taking it out with the salted roads. So the things that I've got to plan for 2023, because it's almost the end of 2022, is fix the 912, start the garage build, which I might just get a digger and start digging, because I love to dig. I love to dig. That's kind of like, you know, what's her name? Nicole Kidman, where she's on that perfume ad. I love perfume ads. What the fuck are they about? None of them make sense, pardon my French. I'm going to do that, and a bit of rust at the back I need to get fixed, but I need to wash this car, so I'm going to do that in the spring, and I've said this before, and it's mostly lies, but I might do a machine polish, which would mean I'd have to get a polish and a machine, and polish the lights, because, you know, I saw Micah Brewer polishing lights off a E55 AMG, and how hard can it be? He made it look easy. So I want to do that. Anyway, I think I've spoken for long enough. I was going to say hit like, subscribe, comment, but yeah, I'm not really that active on YouTube, and I've gone from kind of 4,000 views in a month to like 500 if I'm lucky. They're probably by mistake, where someone's accidentally come across my channel. So yes, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. You've been watching, no, you haven't been watching Corey's World, it's me. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video, whenever that might be.